So, yes, it's Andy Jackson here. Looking forward to going to China next year, but I thought we'd better find out exactly what is on the cards because I've kind of jumped into this a little bit blind. So, Rhys Jones, you've just come back from there. Tell us, people who are coming on the Wave 105 trip, what kind of experience is it going to be?
Well, it's a very varied one for a start. It's not just walking on what people imagine as the wall being a beautiful block paved. That's one part of it for a couple of days. But there's also seeing Beijing and old Beijing beforehand, and then walking on the wild sections of the wall as well. So it's a bit of everything, a lot of the local culture, and seeing lots of different sections of the wall.
And what kind of weather can we expect? Because I've been told it could be very hot and humid. Is that correct?
Yeah, it could be hot. It's a pretty good time of year. It was hot when I was there, which wasn't very long ago. And in terms of walking temperature, it was high 20s. So it's temperate. It does rain though at times. Saying that, I didn't see a drop of rain, so that'd be luck of the draw.
And what kind of physical fitness do you need? Because obviously you know me and you know what I've done, and I just about survived going to Paris last year. But how fit do you actually need to be for this?
Walking wise, it's up to kind of 6 or 7 hours a day, so you need to be comfortable doing that. And it is up and down. It sounds obvious, but you can do kind of 400 steps up, 200 down, 400 up. So I think pretty good knees. That said, there's never any rush. There's always enough time to some of the group to go slower than the others, and you need to go slowly to take it all in. But good basic walking fitness. There's no need to carry anything, so it's just a case of having comfy boots and off you go.
And what kind of kit are we going to need? Do you need specialist stuff, or can we?
There's nothing specialist really. It's just footwear's going to be the most important. Lightweight sort of waterproofs, a small day pack, and then just clothes for walking during the day. T-shirts normally. So it's not like a big outlay on equipment like a big climb. And most of the people signing up to these sorts of treks often already have walking kit anyway, so most of that will suffice.
So you've been and done the trip. Are there any particular high points that stand out as an experience for somebody who's going to do this?
Yeah, I think getting away from the crowds, I think a lot of people imagine there's going to be more people, but actually for a few days we didn't see anyone at all. And the wall in times was just a few rocks on the floor, and others it was crumbling around. So I think the bits I enjoyed the most were the quiet bits, the sunset, the sunrise, and the homestay as well was pretty interesting, staying in a local farmhouse.
So you're literally in with Chinese people. It's not a tourist experience.
No,
you're living the life.
It's definitely not a tourist experience. You walk down off the wall into the farm, and they've got some guest rooms, and they cook dinner for you. And that's exactly how they live, and they have done for hundreds of years. So it doesn't really get any more authentic from that.
Tell us about the food as well, because you mentioned the
Yeah.
home cooked meal. Is it completely different to what we're used to in this country?
It is. It's not like Chinese from a Chinese takeaway. I think it's a lot healthier for a start. Everything's incredibly fresh, and you always have kind of 10 or 12 dishes. So there's loads of choice everywhere you go. But it is quite similar as well. So if you're not mad keen on Chinese food, then there's alternatives. But in general, they're eating, rice, breakfast, lunch, and dinner usually, or noodle soups, that kind of thing. So you need to kind of at least enjoy it a little bit. Otherwise, it could be a long week. Yeah,
absolutely. So would you describe it without? I know, well, it is a cliche. Would you say it is a once in a lifetime experience?
It is, yeah. And I mean, I've done a lot of travelling, and China, when I went there, it really affected me more than I thought. And I thought, you know what, I felt lucky to have done it. And sometimes you go places and you're glad to come home. From China, I thought, no, that was it's just outstanding.
If you want to find out more, click the button and we'll tell you everything you need to know.